So again, you're working in order here. So consequently, if you are gotten to this point where it's been a long time and you're not, you don't like the way the price action is, you definitely have a choice here as to get out of some or scratch some. You don't have to keep the whole thing till it gets stopped out, especially if we've been in the trade for a while and you don't like the price action. The market is giving you choices here. And again, we talk about that all the time where you don't have to keep wait for it to stop to get triggered. You have choices here. You can obviously get out of it. Prior to that, you can adjust it a little bit. You can, uh, if you're trading multiple contracts, get out of some. Get out of some. I've still got a little bit, but I'm peeling out of them here. This is getting to be old already. It's getting to be a little bit too long that I'm sitting in this trade. But I'm getting out of some here. I had my stop at 35, so and I just got up to 475, so it's giving me a choice here as to how I want to trade this little level here. So I've been very patient with it. Let's put it that way. It's trying to turn over. Sorry about that, Don. Can we repeat the levels in the chat box area for us? Your partner in crime has not received them or is a little bit late waking up from Texas over there. There they are. Yeah, so again, I wasn't expecting much. We just got a little rotation down to 32 and change. I was in the trade for a good 15, 20 minutes. We also have time constraints as to how long you should or want to stay in any kind of trade. I didn't get stopped out when it came back up to 475. So consequently, I just said, all right, well, I've been in this trade long enough and I'm just going to start getting out of it here a little bit. And, I didn't get 2 points. I think I got like maybe half a point on the trade, maybe on average. I move on. And I've been in the trade for a good 15 minutes or so, and it wasn't giving me the reaction I was looking for. And remember, these are rally markets. So these rally markets tend to not give you the full rotation that we're hoping and wanting. It's just the nature of the beast, right? Unfortunately, you have to consider that when you're trading and you're watching it almost stop you out. And, you come back and it gives you a chance to, like I said, scratch or even, make a little bit of money on it so you can pay for commissions. But at least it gave us an opportunity there to work an order and to work the level. It didn't run away from us. And hey, we got kind of lucky because it kept us within one tick of getting stopped. And that was it. Don, Mark L, I don't want you to feel jealous, but Don just said he's on vacation on the beach at the beach. I don't even know they have beaches in Texas, but I guess they do. Probably Don has his own beach. Probably shipped in some sand from California just so that he can feel like he's in Florida. Oh, now that makes sense. He is on the beach. Wow, that's impressive. You gonna be around next week, Don? You're still gonna be in Florida. All right, we've continued this rally. We had earlier. We were suggesting a buy there around the 27 area, 28. That being our pivot. Thursday night this week, because I'm hoping that maybe you can help me out next week. Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks. All right. All right, Stu. Why don't you type out your telephone number and I'll try to give you a call later on today. Don, people want to know where you're at in Florida. After one my time or after 1 year time? I know there, Nancy. I'm just joking around with my friend Don. He's actually on the Louisiana coast. I'll try to give you a call there, Stu. He's on the Gulf Shores there, he says, right on the edge of Florida. Well, you're going to be there too with him. I just have to add. I just happened to ask him first. He needs his wingman. Trust me. So next week, you in? All right, cool. And you got your wingman with you too next week. So, all right. Robert is telling you to watch out for the red tide in well, wherever. All right. So market continues to uptick here. We hopefully we were working that 33 level we talked about. We are coming up here to all-time highs. If you're a little aggressive, and I said you want to be out of any shorts above 35, maybe you were able to buy them there if you're looking for that an entry point to the upside. The 40 area is again, remember, these are all-time highs, so there's no solid level of resistance. Well, no resistance areas here. All right. Right now we got support around the 30 area, 31 area, 30, 31. Or again, if you were so inclined, maybe you wanted to, uh, we said any out of any shorts above 35, possibly a buying opportunity there if you were a little bit aggressive. Again, those are opportunities there if you are, depending on what risk tolerance everybody has, there are opportunities there to have momentum trades. If that's the case, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, it's they some things get a little bit, so they get these rallies and they can like pull the plug. They make a move, they hit they hit some stops, and then they just kind of get quiet. And that's what's kind of happening here. They went up to this upper level and just kind of hanging out now. All right, again, we have the next level of resistance we have is up here at the 40 area. Again, remember, these are all-time highs, so nothing here is, it's a very strong level. There are obviously some stronger levels than others, but not when you're pushing all-time highs. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box area. Obviously, things slowed down a little bit, so they're, you know, not much to talk about. Is extended here a little bit based on hitting some stops. We talked about getting out of any shorts about 35. Maybe, like I said, if some of you were a little aggressive, maybe you took a little that as a buying opportunity. Support right now would be around the 30 to 31 area. All right, market is just kind of getting itself into a little bit of a back and forth here. And if anybody has any questions, good time to ask. Things are obviously slowish. It looks like we're busy, but these levels that I have on my charts are 1 point apart. This is not what I would usually have my chart, like 2 points apart. So it looks a lot like we're a lot busier. I mean, this is how slow it was overnight. So now we can make it look like we're very busy. And extend it here a little bit. There we go. Looks like we're so busy right now. Against a little support around 30 to 31 area. All right, well, we've hit some kind of something. Market quickly coming down here. All the way back down here to our pivot area. They had these moments where they just kind of push right through. That's why it's very tricky. Trade these little markets when it's so quiet. And kind of just flush right through everything. So there's some news that's coming out right now that's affecting the market. That's creating this extra volatility, as you can see. Flushed it all the way. That was the biggest break we've had here. And, well, kind of followed through on the whole rally here from that took us about an hour, all in a matter of less than 2 minutes. Obviously, there was some kind of news that came across, and that's why we keep telling you got to keep your stops in place, right? We are not going to like any trade or love any trade. For this is the one perfect reason for it, as the market decided to make a little push on whatever reason. I mean, we don't know what the reason is, right? We can only trade the market, and whatever is happening in the background, we protect ourselves by putting our stops in place. The reason we had 30 and 31 support there is it's come right up here back to it, whatever created that. And this is what happens during the summer months with less volatility. You get movements that are unexpected and again exaggerated because of the um, lack of volatility, and consequently, that's what and these you get these little runs in the market that create follow through that we're not sometimes expecting. Yeah, well, they kind of again, we don't know what creates this volatility. All we can do is trade it. All right, we've come back down here again. If you're trading the market, we got to make sure you keep your stops in place. It did go right down to right around our pivot area there. Maybe if you were a little aggressive, again, watching the price action, we started flushing down really fast. Could have gave you a chance to exit and maybe come back in, or just maybe just get if you're trading multiple contracts, maybe traded bought the 28 level as well. I mean, happened really quick, so obviously you'd have to keep your finger stop in there and be able to exit rather quickly if you were wrong. But again, it's a matter of just taking advantage of the opportunities if it's given to you, and also stay focused. You got to stay focused and see that the rotation down to our 28 came right back down to our pivot. We did have support there at 30, and it just kind of flushed right through there really quickly. Came right back down to the pivot area. Maybe some of you were able to jump on that one and maybe average out there a little bit. If you did, that's fine. If you didn't, that's okay also. If you just bought our pivot, that's you did all right on that. And first rotation back to it. No idea why it happened. It just happens, and this is what happens when you're trading. When you have no idea. Sometimes you're going to get some news that comes out, and remember, it's a lack of volatility that creates the exaggerated moves here. At this time of day sometimes. So held the pivot area on the downside. And this is what happens as a trader. You have to sometimes make some quick decisions based on the movement of price action. And as long as it's a logical entry point and not just getting in for whatever reason, you need to have a logical, and the rotation back to the pivot there was a logical entry point. I know it didn't seem like it seemed like it was a little, whoa, what's going on here? But it did stop right there at our pivot and came off. And sometimes you need that quick rotation with the volatility to create an opportunity to trade. And that's kind of maybe what happened there. And did I think we would get down there? I wish I could have told you, yeah, we'll jump in there, but there's no way I could have known that. But you just have to stay focused and get ready in case something like that does happen. All right, we've definitely, something's definitely up here as we continue to downtick. Coming down here to our support level here at the 23. Then get down there, got down to 24 and change. So be a little bit careful. Something's up, right? I don't know what's going on. Maybe somebody said something. I'm looking to see if I can find what's happening. But whatever the case is, we always talk about making sure you keep your stops in place. All right, well, we drifted down to the 24 there, and so we had 23. So be a little bit careful there around 23, especially with this added volatility here. And bonds are really not reacting to any of this stuff. So again, like I said, be a little bit careful. This is the there's a negative side of the slow part of trading is created, and you have to deal with when they get these flushes, because there's no volatility. You get exaggerated moves here. So that's why we're always telling you to make sure you keep your stops in place if you're going to take any trade. It's just the nature of the beast, especially when it's gets slow, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, okay, nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden you get this, whoosh of volatility that comes into the market. Yeah, whoosh. I said whoosh. Out of nowhere. All right. I mean, we were pretty much quiet, low movement, not much going on. Then all of a sudden, over the last 10, 15 minutes, like I said, something's up. I'll try to find out what. Well, we held our green band there instead of going down to 23. Maybe if you're a little aggressive there, you saw that, and you took that opportunity. Again, if you are, we're not going to be perfect here, so you have to sometimes make a little adjustments, and also your scales would be a little bit different based on reasons, right? Not just willy nilly kind of stuff. All right. Sometimes you get some volatility in the market when you're not expecting it, and keep telling you always make sure you keep your stops in place. And then you do get filled in some areas there that the market does make some logical sense of. You have to obviously be looking for those certain opportunities. If you're a pivot trader, if you're a blue band trader, if you're a green band trader, those are all opportunities to trade. And you're waiting for volatility to take advantage of them. All right. The market has definitely gotten some movement here in the kind of middle of the day, morning, late morning. We don't know why, but it is what it is. All we can do, like I said, is trade the market when the opportunities are there and make adjustments accordingly and look for reasons to trade. We try to find reasons to trade. There's multiple reasons to trade. I don't talk about every reason that we have up there because those are taught, and also you have to understand the risk. And in our education course, we explain those opportunities and those risks, and you as an individual trader have to make the decision as to when you're going to get into those and when you're not. Sorry about that. All right, we are kind of just coming back into a range here, our pivot. See what it wants to do around that. Market all of a sudden got a little bit slippery with some added volatility, whatever is causing this uh, volatility is out there and is at least giving us a little bit of a trade. Again, the rotation there against our pivot, based on the fact that we're rotating back off the lows, could be a little bit of an opportunity there. It is a possible trade there for us if you were looking for that. Maybe you got short there looking for a push down to the 23 area. Again, there's different ways of entering. You need to have there are different reasons for entering. As long as you understand what the reasons are and trade them accordingly, that's good. All right, now we're rotating back down here to the 23 area. Again, maybe you were able to get short against our pivot there for this push down here as we quickly rotate down here to the 23 area. All right, nice rotation there off of our lower entry point there against the 23 and coming up here to the 25. So nice little rotation there against our support level there at 23. That was as much of a no heat trade as you can ever get. And if you were lucky enough to get short against the 28 for that reason, like I said, then you nice rotation down here is really fast. But no heat on that 23 whatsoever. If you got in a 23, if you got in a 22 and a half, all of those worked very nicely for us. And you got a nice quick rotation off of that level. Like I said, no heat whatsoever. If you have any left over, you can try to hold on to them, looking for a push a little bit higher. So nice trade there if you did get in against our support level there at 23. Again, we put those levels out this morning. And if you were with us and you saw them, that we put them in the chat box area. If you didn't see them or they didn't catch them, I'll repeat them for you. Our pivot this morning was 28. We had support. We do have support here at 23. Well, not anymore, but we did. 15, 08, and an 01. And resistance on the upside, we had a 33, 40, 45, and 50. Over the last half hour here, we've been able to get some nice opportunities to trade here. And again, unexpected. It was very, very quiet. We worked the 33 level. I kind of worked those with you a little bit. And then we got up to about 38 and then rotated down. And then now we are, we worked, came back down here to our 23 area just now. And that got triggered. And now we've got, I mean, there was also a chance there if you were a little aggressive selling the 28 area for that low end rotation. And now we're just kind of coming floating back here, trying to bounce off of the 23. But it was a nice trade there if you did get in. Next level on the downside we have is 15. Resistance right now would be around the, let's say 30 to 31, and anything above 32, you want to be out of any shorts. All right. We'll see what happens. Next level of support we have is down at the 15 area. Again, keep your stops in place. So we had a nice rotation there against our 23 area. Took no heat on that rotation whatsoever. And now we're coming back down there. Obviously, a little bit of pressure on this market. I mean, it seems like a big move, but it's actually not. It's just big move for the kind of volatility we've had lately, but it's really not that big of a move. But at least it's giving us some opportunity to trade, which is good. We talked about low resistance above around 30, 31, anything above 32 out of any shorts. And then we'll see what happens, right? So we got support at 15. Next level of support on the downside is down at 15. Right now, the next level of resistance we have, good level of resistance we have is up at 30, 31. Anything above 32, pretty want to be out of any shorts. I don't know what has created this extra volatility here. I've been trying to see if I can find something. I haven't come across anything, but then again, probably not privy to all this insider information stuff that happens. All we can do is trade the volatility or whatever news has come out about anything. If anybody has any questions, good time to ask. All right, those are the levels. If you look at the chat box area, we have them up there now. Again, our 23 area there, so for support level worked very nicely. As you can see, if you look at it, if you bring up the chat box area, you will see the levels that we use as a guide for the day. And we nicely bounced off of our 23 opportunity there. Right now, we got a resistance around 30, 31. Anything above 32 out of any shorts. All right, seems like we've gotten a little bit of a range bound here, but it's okay. Again, we have to kind of be patient and wait for opportunities. If you just traded our levels, then you did all right with those. If you traded some of our other opportunities, we had to work a couple of them, and they were all there to work. You could have sold our pivot off the rotation to those lows. You could have maybe bought the green band initially if you were a little aggressive. I mean, those are all different ways of finding opportunities to trade in a market that's kind of slow. Again, it all depends on how much risk individuals want to take, and also the work that we do. And sometimes you have to know when to take it and when not to. But the key is that you know where those opportunities are. Recognition of those trades is one aspect of trading that has to be considered. And then obviously the second part is execution. And we talk about that all the time with our traders in our courses. All right. The hard part in these markets is to be patient and wait because, like I said yesterday, we had trades right off the morning, and today it was very, very quiet. And then all of a sudden, over the last hour or so, something got triggered and it gave us opportunities here to trade and get some of our levels to get triggered. But patience here is the key. I mean, if you have the ability to be patient and wait for the trades to develop and occur, and sometimes they're going to develop fast, and sometimes they might not develop at all. But the point is that you have to be patient and wait for these things to play themselves out and then give you a solid opportunity to trade instead of just trading for the sake of trading. All right. With that, we're going to take a little bit of a break now, and we'll get back here in a bit.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. Wanted to welcome everybody joining us for the first time today. Welcome aboard. You're coming in as guests. I just sent out a link for those that are just joining us to move over to our friends and family special offer. Usually it's $379 a month. Right now it's on for $100. Saves you $279, so take advantage of it. Hey, Tim C., welcome. Hey, Steve C., welcome aboard. Raul. Pat R. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Mark S., Mark L. Hey, Kurt. Stu. Robert. Agatha. Dive. Hey, we can have a quick question and answer period if you would like. Hey, Steve, you're welcome. Anybody has any questions about Sol Services, post them in the chat area and I'll respond. If you want to be here on a regular basis, make sure you sign up for Sol's Friends and Family offer so that you can come and go as you please. Hey, Mark S., you back? Let me know in chat, Mark S. Hey, Avi, how you making out, Avi? Hey, James, how are you? Hey, Mark, that's great. Hey, Tim C., let us know how you're making out. Any questions? Steve C., any additional? Well, let me know. Pat R., Walk, let me know. Hey, Kurt, KG, Joel, James, Frank, Ed. Edward, how are you making out? Very interested to see if you see the light with Saul. I'd like to join him in his mentoring and his coursework. Hey, Don. Avi, the same. We're going to help you get tuned up. And I know that Saul was trying to reach out to you. Not sure. Let me know if he has. Agatha, let me know we can help you. And Adam K. Everybody else, I think you're in good shape. Yeah, I think he's trying to work out the schedule with you. The best way for him to do that? Is it through Skype? I know he's taking a couple days off next week or the week, but I know he wants to start rolling with you. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to him about it. I think, just so you know, next week I believe he is on a short holiday, for the summer, for next week. But I know he's been trying to work out the way to get you all set up and going. Yeah, Zoom is great for that. And what he does is when you schedule your time with him, he'll shut down and use Zoom, with you and be able to screen share. Just note that next week he's out. So whatever scheduling you're doing, it'll be around that. And he's got a couple more people that are just getting themselves set up also, which I think is good. And then, maybe he's waiting on that, but he'll let you know and I'll let you know. Can't believe it's August 10th already. So August 10th, which is crazy. I have I woke up a couple days ago with a very painful, left hand side of my neck that's grown into like a bubble. So I went today for a ultrasound and I started to take penicillin, but it's knocking me for a loop a little bit. Yeah, no, I think he's just got to work it out and get on the beam. I know he's looking to do that with you. And Mark, if you have any interest, then we would set you up into that rotation also. And Avi, I got to get you on that horse to ride, baby. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope Lexa gets better. Hey, Edward, did you want to speak to me privately? Or did you want to tell me my mic was on? Because both those things are true. If you want to send something privately, then just send it to put it into hosts and panelists. And if you want to talk on the telephone, just post that in there also. I can ring you up. I think I have your number somewhere. Edward, did you want me to ring you up? Oh, okay. No problem. No worries. Yeah, that's good. You just let us know when anything has changed on your end. Hey, I just got off the phone with a couple interested parties in Saul's course and his mentoring work, so I appreciate it. Signing up, first step here is Saul's friends and family offer. Usually don't say but let's see here. I will send it out to everybody. That's out to you now. If you haven't received the special link at the discounted price, raise your hand and I'll send it out to you privately and personally. David, let me know if you got it. Steve, Pat. Hey, Kevin, how are you today? Hey, Kevin, did you get Saul's levels? Just let me know back in chat. I can give them out to you in chat. Hey, James. I get to let me know if you're back. Hey, Sean, I just sent it out to you. Let me know if you got it. I sent it out to you in chat, in the chat feature here. And afterwards, after you sign up, if you're looking for Sol's trading education, then that qualifies you for the discounts and the trading consultation and that type of thing. You got it. Thank you. Steve, that's the same thing. If you sign up for Sol's Friends and Family, you qualify for the discounts on his education, which are significant, and also the opportunity to have a trading consultation. Pat R, the same. James P, the same. Raise your hand, Agatha. Let me know if you need the link, special link. Thank you. Hey, quick shout out to Sean. Hey, Sean, thanks for signing up. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Sal's Friends and Family. If you want, at some point, we can set up a trading consultation for you. Take your time. There's no rush. If you'd like to do it sooner than later, let us know, and we can set it up for you. Hey, Steve C., let me know if you're back. Pat R., let me know if you're back. Hey, Joseph D., welcome. Hey, Joseph, how you making out? Did you sign up for Sal's Friends and Family? So let me know back in chat. James P. Agatha, let me know if you did. Hey, Sean, no problem. I appreciate you signing up. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard.